this was some kind of game. It comes down to the end. I mean, it wasn't a game one of the Western Conference semis type of game. This was a shot-for-shot, body blow by body blow, last person standing, both teams exhausted type of game that the Lakers are able to withstand over the Warriors.
Was never in doubt.
117 to 112.
Yeah.
Frostberg was a body blows.
nerves.
Forget it. Frostberg was never in doubt. If they lose this game, if we blow this game, I mean, really,
I'm sweating more than the pilot in the airplane.
it turned from a hey, Warriors should get game one because under Steve Kerr, all time in game ones, like 22-4. It's like the opposite of Mike Budenholzer.
Well, Lakers have won like 25 in a row.
Yeah, they're back,
like
Mike.
That best of 7 series. I thought I saw that stat pop on my timeline earlier.
But this is the Lakers when they have home court. Generally, this is the Warriors with home court. Okay, this is a game I think we thought the Warriors were going to win. When the Lakers entered the fourth quarter with an 8-point lead, it flipped from, hey, if they get this, it's a big bonus, to they have to have this game. If they give this game away and the Warriors come back and win, I don't know if you can recover from a game one loss like this when you have the game most of the way and then you watch the Warriors take it from you. That's a really difficult thing. When you play so well for 3 quarters plus and AD has the game that he has and you know you're treating this like it's a game 7, it would have been really difficult to come back from. But the Lakers find a way to do it, and the biggest play of the game, the Lakers have a 115-112 lead over the Warriors, but the Warriors have the basketball, and there's a few seconds left. There's about 15 seconds left. Warriors get the ball. They need a 3 to tie or a quick 2, maybe a foul, go back. LeBron had missed a free throw previously. What do the Warriors do with 10 seconds left, down 3? Here is what they did.
Curry with a rebound. Shot clock is off. Warriors down 3. Curry double team. Jordan Poole lets it fly. No! Long rebound to Schroeder. Clock ticks. And finally a whistle comes. And it's going to be a timeout, Lakers. Jordan Poole fired up a 28-footer.
TNT on the call. Dennis Schroeder would make both free throws. 117-112 is your final score. Now, let's deal with the Steph Curry part before we get to Jordan Poole. And I know that this is going to just make Warrior fans insane. But I'm ready for my interview, KNBR. Is that, look, Steph Curry, as great as he is, right after game 7 with the Kings, it was, is he the greatest point guard of all time? Okay, let's hang on to that for a second. Yes, the game has changed, the game has evolved. Steph Curry is the greatest, is he the greatest, is the greatest. I watched Steph Curry tonight in a game, which what happens to him at the end of games is something that always stops you from being labeled the best of anything because you need to be able to make big shots at the end of games to win. And Steph Curry cannot get his own shot off at the end of games. He is too small. And I'm sorry if that upsets you. I'm sorry if that, but that's the truth about Steph Curry. Because what happened in this game? The Warriors gave him the basketball with 10 seconds left, nowhere to go because the Lakers threw 2 guys at him. So what does he do? He tries to pass out of it. Now, he's not big enough to give some kind of pass where I can see the floor because obviously we have numbers. If there's 2 guys on me, there's somebody else who's open. But they get the ball out to Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole puts up a 28-footer that misses. But let's stick with Steph Curry. He can't get his own shot off at the end of games. So you have to figure out a way to get him the ball where he can get a shot. Don't give it to him when there's 10 seconds left because the Lakers did what anybody would do. We're going to give you 2 guys, and good luck trying to get that shot off. Steph Curry cannot get his own shot off at the end of games. This is when you need your franchise player and your best point guard of all time to be able to get a shot off, and he can't do it because he's not big enough. Yes, I know that ruins and wrecks the narrative of how great Steph Curry is, but if you're going to call him the best point guard of all time after Game 7, because I got to say something because he had 50, he had a great game, but they won by 20. In games where Steph Curry can run around, get loose, hit shots, and go up and down the floor, Steph Curry is fantastic. But at the end of games like this, when it comes down to the final 2 minutes and the game is close, Steph Curry can't get his own shot off. So it's really hard for the Warriors to win games because he can't do it. If you're going to say that's true about Steph Curry, and it is, the 50 points, everything he does, the shooter he is out. But when it comes down to close games like this, he can't get his own shot off. And that's a problem. And that's been an issue, and it was an issue tonight. And it's why the Lakers won and why the Warriors got an L.
It's time for you to start your running blog. You're going to have to go back through the many games and scenarios of this ilk with Steph Curry, because if you don't document it and really just lay it on thick over 6 or 7 straight segments in a radio show, everybody's just going to deny it. Come on, it happened one time. No, it happens every now and again. Doesn't deny his greatness, but the hyperbole after one big game or the latest in the long line of big games, let's not diminish that, doesn't obscure from some glaring problems in situational basketball. Now, Jordan Poole ends up getting the deep look that he misses, and you get a dubious timeout call instead of a held ball. So, there's that to raise your hands on. I know a lot is going to be made about the free throw disparity. I'll love to hear what Kerr and company have to say in the postgame. But I did like the Charles Barkley analysis of it. AD ain't shrinking, and Draymond ain't getting any taller. And then he just goes, you know what? For the Warriors, play a zone all game long because the Lakers can't shoot. Which is true. It's true. You were talking about it earlier. Slump off. There's another terrible three-point shot. This one's long because he was woefully short the last time. LeBron, pick your shooter. They were equally terrible all night long from distance. But pound the ball inside. Anthony Davis was unstoppable. There's nobody to work against him. But Steph Curry out there, as you draw the double team, again, giving up, in most cases, 4 to 7 inches of height? And you add the length of the arms as they're waving around like the wacky wobbling, inflatable guys on a television or on a car lot or on Family Guy. That you've got problems trying to find a passing lane or free yourself to get an open look. And it wasn't there tonight. And the Lakers, as Frostberg would tell you, are back in control with a 1-0 lead.
You're damn right they are, Mike.
Now, here's the other part of that about that last play, okay? Told you, Steph Curry. I'm sorry he can't get his own shot off. I'm sorry.
Overrated.
You have 8 seconds
there
left.
You go. Did he fall out of the top 20 with this performance?
No.
8-7-7.
No. This is about everybody's favorite franchise player, part 2, Jordan Poole. Now, Poole gets the ball with 8.5 seconds left to go, and he's 28 feet from the rim. There's nobody around him, so he's open. But is that really the shot you want to get?
Had enough time to take a dribble and come forward, yeah.
I mean, this is where you have a chance to dribble out and get the ball to Steph or Clay for a 3, right? This is where, hey, if Steph Curry has trouble getting his own shot, this is where you have to find a way to get the basketball back to him.
Shot goes up with over 9 minutes or 9 seconds left, where you need to find a screen, work them off a screen like you do so brilliantly the rest of a game.
Yeah, that's how you found a way. Hey, we want Steph to take this shot, so let's or Clay. Right, I'm okay with Clay. I mean, Clay has proven that he can take that shot.
Well, and Poole can hit the shot just not from 28 feet.
Man, really, that's what you want with 8 seconds left? I mean, you could have even taken a couple of dribbles up and just made it a regular three-pointer. Didn't need to take it from 28 feet.
Situationally, you might have had a timeout left. I'm assuming since you get like 37 in the NBA.
37?
Shut up. Yeah, that you might have had that left, and you might have had 1 or 2 still in the holster because, they don't carry over to the next game, Steve Kerr, and the Warriors on the court. But in the end, you end up taking that deep shot. You have the held ball that doesn't get called, and you can grouse about it. You gave yourself a bad situation. So, you know what? In my world, you don't deserve that call. So beat it. You can't play to where the referee has to make that decision, right? You make it for him by making a better basketball play, by either making the shot, making the extra pass, setting it up. You still had 9 seconds to get your better look, your better opportunity to try to draw even. And, yes, it should have still been a held ball, but they didn't call it. That's the way it works. You don't get a foul in soccer. Sometimes the tie goes to the runner. even though a lot of times it's not a tie. Normally the ball is there, but because the guy's leaning forward, you get fooled. All of those things happen. And in basketball, if you're going to leave it to a judgment of is there enough contact to draw a foul, guess what? When you shoot, 28 more three-point shots than your opponent and you haven't driven the lane all day, no, you're not getting the call. So anybody with the Lakers had 23 more free throw attempts, you know why? Because they suck from the outside and they pound the interior.
Twitter at How About a Fresca. Mike at Swollen Dome, the Jason Smith Show with my best friend Mike Harmon. I have not heard Steph Curry, and I've not heard Steve Kerr speak yet, but I wonder if we're going to get from Steve Kerr we got to have more grace under pressure at the end. We have to be able to make better decisions at the end. And what if we're going to get that from him tonight? Because you needed to have something a little bit better at the end than just, hey, Jordan Poole, all right, I'm taking it. Yeah. Well, dude, I don't think that's the shot.